All right, Shalom. First and foremost, going to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, HaKodesh, double honors to the apostle and elders, great millstone. All right, just finna get into this quick lesson, or not quick. I don't know how long it's going to be. But, I got inspired, by, I was watching the Apostle Ramlab and the Elder D-Match video they just made today, a couple hours ago, concerning, documentations, basically on martial law. All right, and Apostle Ramla had said, this would inspire me, what he said. He said, Salakia, every man for himself, People was going to be in that every man for himself type of spirit, Because Yahweh Shem Yahushai is bringing one of the worst times ever in history. All right, this is going to be the worst time ever in history that he's that's coming to pass. All right, we're in them times of, I'm gonna pull it real quick. This is the times that we're in. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." All right, so it says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it." All right, so no historic tragedy is going to be able to equal up to this day. All right, and it's going to be for you Jakes out here, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that don't want to get right. All right, that want to stay in the ways of Babylon the Great. All right, I'm gonna get it in Matthew 24, but in the latter end it said, "But he shall be saved out of it." Who is that he? That's the elect. All right, the elect, the ones that's out here trying, to the best of their ability to please Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right, they're going to be delivered from these times to come. All right, so Lord willing, my phone don't tweak out and cut off. Lord willing. So this is Matthew chapter 24, and I'm gonna start at verse 3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, "Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?" All right, so the end of, basically the heathens ruling. All right, because now we're in the times of Esau, Edom. This is the last heathen that's gonna rule. All right. So he was, the disciples, they were asking, "Hey, Yahushua, when is going, how are we gonna know that we're, that the kingdom is approaching and you're approaching? All right, what's going to be the signs?" All right, and then you could read all the way down, to whenever, but I'm gonna jump down to verse 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation on such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." So these are the times that we're entering into. All right, Jeremiah 30 and 7. All right, this is Jacob's trouble. All right, a time like never before. This is a great tribulation that's going to happen upon all the world. All right, and that's why that quote, stuck out to me. All right, because people are going to be in such a fearful state that they're going to, every man for himself is literally going to play out. People's going to be it's going to get to the point where people are going to forsake their kids, their children. All right, and they're going to eat their children. All right, so this is Isaiah. Give me a second. I've been having to sneeze all day. It won't come out. But this is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 6. It says, "How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, shall come as a destruction from the Almighty." All right, and that "how ye," that's talking about a scream of terror. All right, because this is how the Lord is coming. This is how the Lord is coming. All right, he's gonna make people out here, scream in terror. All right, things that they never seen before, things that they never thought could happen in their lifetime is going to happen right before their eyes. All right, they're going to be in the midst of the judgment. All right. It says, therefore shall all hands be faint and every man's heart shall melt. All right. So people are going to be out here bugging out. All right. People are going to be out here bugging out because of what the Lord is finna do to this earth. All right. Here in America and all around the world. All right. Because, hey, everybody's in this mindset, you know, majority of this world is in that mindset of that all about me spirit, you know, a wicked ass spirit. That's wicked, you know. It's all about the Lord. It's all about Yahweh Shem Shai at the end of the day. All right. That's why it's important to come out of the ways of this world. All right. Micah 2:10 says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. All right. So you got to depart out of this, you know, this world spiritually, mentally. All right. This world teaches you it's all about you. It's all about you, you know. But nah, the scriptures don't say nothing like that. The Lord didn't say nothing like that. The Lord always made sure to basically make sure you give reverence to him. Make sure, you know, the scriptures say the whole duty of men. Let me just get it real quick. Let me just start talking. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh Shem Shai and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of men. See, this is our whole duty. All right? Our whole duty, our whole, you know, reason on earth is to serve Yahweh Shem Shai. All right? To reverence him. All right? And keep his commandments. All right? And therefore, the Lord will love you. The Lord will deal with you. All right? But this world teaches you to be all about yourself. You know? And that's wicked as hell. You know, that's wicked. And that's a majority, that's a, that type of spirit ends up to where how can I say, it brings in more, you know, wicked spirits. All right. That's why you got, you know, the LGBTQ running rampant out here. All right. That's why you got, you know, people destroying other people for stepping on their shoes. All right. Things like that, you know. So that's why it's important to come out of the ways of, you know, of this world, all right, and come back to the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, all right. So yeah, it says Isaiah 13 and 7. Therefore shall all hands be faint and every man's heart shall melt. So people are gonna be bugging out there. People ain't gonna be thinking straight, all right. And I got this this little Google search because when the apostle had said that, you know, I don't know why this quote keeps on slipping my mind. Every man for himself, you know. Basically, that's going to happen because of the fear that Yahweh Shem Shai is going to bring upon this earth. All right, the destruction that he's going to be bringing upon this earth, people are going to be at an all-time high of fear, you know. A fear that you, hey, we don't want to experience, you know. Yeah, we're going to be, you know, it's gonna scare our, you know, flesh. All right, but hey, we're gonna have to understand the servants of Yahweh Shem Shai. We're gonna understand that, hey, this gotta happen, you know, and we're just gonna trust in the Lord. What else can we do? All right. So I got this little, you know, thing. I'm gonna pull it out after I read this verse. It says, verse 8, and they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. All right. So basically, these people are gonna be scared out of their mind, you know. All right, it says they shall be amazed one at another, their faces shall be as flames. So people out here are just gonna be bugging out, you know, not rationally thinking. All right, so real quick, this is just a quick Google search. You know, it said I put what happens in the mind when fear takes over. See what happens in the mind when fear takes over. All right, and it says when fear takes over, the brain's amygdala, which is responsible for processing emotions, acts as a panic button. And guess what? This is the Lord that we're dealing with. We're dealing with the Lord. So the Lord, He gonna amp that boy up. He gonna amp your spirit. He gonna amp that you know, that panic button, all right, on another level. All right, by sending signals to trigger the fight or flight response. So see, this is the Lord that we're dealing with. The Lord is gonna amp niggas' spirit, niggas, you know, that fight or flight spirit on him. You know, he's gonna amp that boy up, but he's gonna make it to where, matter of fact, let me keep on reading it. It says, response causing a surge of stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, leading to physical reactions like increased heart rate, rapid breathing, muscle tension, and a narrow focus on the perceived threat. So basically, you know, when that kicks in, you're able to, how can I say, you could run faster, you know, you could dodge faster, all right, things of that nature, you know. But guess what? This is the Lord that we're dealing with. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is angry at this world. All right, he's angry with these people, how they're conducting their lives. So the Lord ain't gonna allow these niggas to be top tier, you know, with their fight or flight, you know, response. All right. So it says, leading to physical reactions like increased heart rate, rapid breathing, muscle tension, and a narrow focus on the perceived threat. So people, hey, niggas, hey, matter of fact, because niggas gonna be so, man, thing just got, okay. Niggas gonna be so focused on one threat that another threat gonna get them. You know? It's like, let me get it real quick. So this is why it's important to get, you know, to get this truth now, and to obtain the you know, to try to attain, you know, to the best of your ability, the love of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right. So this is Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. So see, this day that we're coming into, it's, you know, the day of the Lord. It ain't gonna be beautiful. It ain't gonna be rainbows, butterflies. The Lord ain't gonna be out here giving hugs. Nah. That's why the Christians, they're gonna be definitely gonna get fucked up, because they desire the day of the Lord. They think it's gonna be all sweet. But hey, this day is of darkness, all right? Because them Christians, they don't really follow the scriptures, all right? They don't follow after Yahweh Shem Yahushua, okay? So it's going to be, them niggas going to be dead, you know? It says, as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. See? Niggas going to be focused on that one threat, you know? And then next thing you know, they think they're safe from that one threat. You know, they're taking a breather or whatever. You know, trying to catch their breath. Next thing you know, it's another threat right there. Now your ass is grass. You know. It says, "Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?" See, no brightness in it. There ain't gonna be nothing good coming out of this day. All right, it's gonna be the only people that's gonna see this day as being good is the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And why is that? Because we understand that, hey, we finna be in the kingdom. You know, we finna get them new bodies, you know. But for these people that's, you know, that got the mindset of Esau, hey, they gonna be through, you know. So back in this this Google search, it says, often making it difficult to think clearly or make rational decisions. See, that's why I say, or that's not why I say, that's why, you know, that you know, this, you know, that quote, it made me, you know, look this up. You know, what happens in a mind where fear takes over? People are gonna not think rationally out here. That's why that every man for himself type of spirit is really gonna be out here. All right, but people ain't gonna be thinking straight for themselves. All right, because this is the day of the Lord we're talking about. You know, this ain't no regular old, you know, World War II. You was in the, you know, the war was all the way across seas, you know, and you over there. Nah, Nah, it's gonna be everywhere. Judgment's gonna be literally everywhere. All right. So people are gonna be in that spirit of, as long as I'm eating, I'm good. You know, as long as I'm safe, I'm good. You know. Verse 9, behold, Isaiah 13:9, behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, but with wrath, fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. How's the land gonna be laid desolate? Through them nuclear missiles. All right, that's gonna hit here in America. All right. It says, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. So see, you out here sinning, you out here living your life the way that you wanna live it. Hey, you're gonna be a goner. You know, you're gonna be through. All right. So now I'm gonna go back to Matthew 24. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. See? It says, and because iniquity shall abound, and don't you got that? Literally is, and the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemel Shai is not here on this earth now. You know, people ain't regarding it at all. People are living the lives that they want to live, how they want to live it. You know, which is the ways of Esau. You know, which is the ways of Satan. All right. So iniquity's out here. You know, iniquity is abounding. Iniquity is just over flooding the earth right now. So therefore, guess what? The love of many shall wax cold. That's why you got people out here, you know, just like I said, you know, people shooting, you know, destroying another for stepping on their shoes, all right? But we're entering into the times of people ain't finna have food in their houses, all right? People ain't finna have food at all, to the point where they're gonna eat their children, all right? And I'm gonna bring that up, you know, all right? Because you go into that word cold, you know, Greek word, you know, psycho, all right? So people are going to be literally out of their minds, all right? Literally out of their minds, you know? So now, see, and that's where that spirit kicks in, you know, that I don't know why this quote keep on leaving my head. That fuck, Salakia, can't think of the quote. Now I'm finna jump to Second Esdras. Second Esdras 15. All right, I'm gonna start at verse 14. But actually, I'm gonna keep on reading on this Google search I have made, and I made but looked up. It says sensory processing. It says fear can significantly impact how we perceive sensory information. And I'm gonna look up what sensory information mean. I don't know what it means. Real quick. It says sensory information is the information that body receives and processes through senses such as sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. See, and the Lord is gonna play on all of that. Lord is gonna play on all of that, because niggas gonna be on the fear that's gonna overtake these people's mind is gonna be on another level, and the Lord is gonna play on that. You know, the Lord is gonna really play on you niggas' minds. You know, that don't wanna get right. Hey, Lord's gonna mess up your sense of touch, sight, hearing. You gonna think you hearing something next to you. All right, you gonna be constantly in that mode of fear. You know, the Lord ain't gonna allow you niggas to have no break in these times. You know. All right. It says fear can significantly impact how we perceive sensory information. See, and you know, as a child, you'll be in the dark. You think you hear something. You know, you scared of the dark. So therefore, you know, the mind plays with you. You know, thinks that you see something or think you hear something. Huh. The Lord is going to play on that with you niggas, you know. It says, making us hyper-focus on potential threats while potentially ignoring others' stimuli. That wasn't the one I want to get, but that was a good one. That was a good one. Okay, this one I want to get. It says impaired cognitive function. It says when the amygdala is highly activated, the prefrontal cortex responsible for rational thinking and decision making can become less efficient, leading to difficult concentrating or making sound judgments. See, and that's why I wanted to bring that up, because hey, niggas is gonna be out here not being able to think straight at all because of the fear that Yahweh Shem Yahshua is finna bring upon this earth. All right, like I'm gonna keep on stressing this: the fear that Yahweh Shem Yahshua is finna bring upon this earth. You know, according to the scriptures, it's gonna be nothing to play with. You know, that's why you should get this truth now. You know, while the doors of mercy are still open. All right, because these people out here ain't gonna be thinking straight. So therefore, it's gonna cause these niggas to eat their own children. All right, you know, forsake their loved ones. All right, that spirit of, you know, now I can't think of that spirit, that quote, that spirit of, you know, every man for himself type of spirit. You know, every man for themselves. You know, that's really gonna kick in. All right. So that was it on that. So now in 2nd Ezra 15 of verse 14, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. All right, and what's the modern day sword now? Guns. All right. So this is what's coming here to this world. All right. You know, because of the mindset of these people, you know. You know, people are all about themselves, all right? People are all into wickedness, you know. Nothing about Yahweh Shem Yahshua. It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading of one another, all right? So people are gonna, you know, not, damn, it's like it just slipped my mind. But people ain't gonna, I'm just gonna look it up. Yeah. Okay, sedition, conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. So yeah, people are gonna, you know, be against the rulers of this place. You know, the presidents, our governors, you know, police, all right, military, all that. People are gonna be against all of that, all right, because they people are now seeing that the government, you know, is bullshit. You know, that they're basically killing the citizens of America, all right, and that they don't care about them, all right. So people are gonna be like, fuck that. Let's go against the government, all right. And you see it all on TikTok. People are talking about, you know, let's stand up and fight against the government. You know, that spirit is out here, all right. It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. All right, invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So yeah, people ain't gonna give a fuck about nothing. All right, what they, you know, they say that they're gonna, you know, go into, you know, people's cribs, all right, people's houses, all right, they're gonna do that. All right, they're not gonna regard no police, none of that. They ain't gonna regard that. All right, they ain't gonna regard no military, you know. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. And why is that? Martial law. All right, you should go watch, you know, the Apostle Ramlah's video, you know, on it. And, you know, multiple other brothers going into, you know, martial law right now. All right, verse 18, for because of their pride, all right, people's pride, see? People's pride, all about themselves, you know. People thinking of themselves to be something, you know, that is all about them, all right? And guess who got a lot of pride? The woman. The woman now got a lot of pride, especially the black older woman. I mean, all women got, you know, a lot of pride, but lately I've been seeing it a lot on these older black ladies. You know, they're just demons, and guess what? Because of their pride, they gonna be out here destroyed. You know, getting train rans on them by by troops and shit. All right. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. All right. So yeah, the city's gonna be troubled. All right. That martial law is gonna kick niggas' asses. All right. The troops that's gonna be deployed out here. All right. Hey, they're gonna do a lot of destruction to you people. All right. It says, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be free. Shall be afraid. So yeah, men is gonna be afraid. All right. Niggas, people that think that they're tough, they're gonna be afraid. That's how bad it's gonna get out here. All right, the toughest man out here, you think in your eyes he's tough, nothing can scare him, and you gonna see if he's gonna be out here, like a woman. All right, that's why it's important, to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, because that's what's gonna get you, delivered. All right, the fear and the true understanding of the scriptures of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that's gonna get you delivered. All right. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. See, that, that type of spirit right there. That's that spirit right there. All about, every man for himself type of spirit. All right. So it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. See, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. See, this that great tribulation, Jacob's trouble right here. All right. And it says because of the lack of bread. So people out here gonna be, somebody said that that's my best friend right there. We've been, best friends since second grade. And you gonna see them fighting against each other, shooting at each other, killing each other. All right, you gonna see that on a mass scale. All right. Why? Because of the lack of bread. All right. So yeah, this is the times that we're coming into. All right. And I'm gonna end it off on this limitations. All right, because hey, that spirit is gonna be so heavy out here that people are gonna resort to eating their children. All right. So this is Limitations chapter. Limitations chapter 2 and verse. Wait a second. Limitations 4. Okay, Limitations 4. Okay. All right. Limitations 4 and 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. So see, it's better to be, killed by the gun, to get shot in the head, get shot up. It's better to die like that rather than die, by hunger. And everybody know that. That's easy right there. I know I'd rather die by a gun than through hunger. All right. But yeah, your body gets to eating at itself. All right, it's a whole process, It's a whole process of that suffering right there, It says, the hands of the pitiful woman have sought in their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. All right. So yeah, people are gonna be, the woman. It says the hands of the pitiful woman have sought in their own children. So yeah, cooking, whipping up their children, cooking up their children, Because why? Because of the lack of bread. And these are the times that we're coming into. You could read 2 Kings 6 and 26. It talks about how the land was basically in famine. All right, and how they was. I might as well get this shit. Give me a second. Second Kings 6. I'm gonna start at 25. 2 Kings 6 and 25, and there was a great famine in Samaria. All right, and then in 2 Ezra 15, say that there was, a lack of bread. All right, so hey, it says, and there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a cab of doves dung for 5 pieces of silver. Ugh. And as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help, my lord, O king. And he said, If the Lord do not help thee, whence shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor, or out of the wine press? And the king said unto her, What aileth thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and did eat him, see? And the scriptures say, that things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. All right, and why is that? Because same thing's gonna be happening now. History repeats itself. All right. So woman, they was saying that, hey, we gonna cook my son today, then we gonna cook your son the next day. See, and it says, and I said unto her on the next day, Give thy son that we may eat him. And she had hid her son. So see, this is the type of spirit that's coming here on this earth. All right. And real quick, let me see. Bible. Give me a second. Okay, so 2 Kings 6 and 25. As a result, there was a great, this is in the NLT, as a result, there was a great famine in the city. The siege lasted so long that his donkey head sold for 80 pieces of silver. All right, so basically that's basically too much for nothing. All right, you can't get nothing out of a donkey's head. All right, and it says, and a cup of dove's dung sold for 5 pieces of silver. So shit was being sold. All right, that's how great that famine was. That's how desperate these people were out here. All right, and we're coming into the times of Jacob's trouble. A great tribulation. Shit out my eye. All right, so actually, I'm gonna end off on this one. Psalms chapter 32 and verse, no, not 32. Psalms 33 and verse 17. A horse is a vain thing for safety, neither shall he deliver any by his great strength. See? And no type of power matters, all right? If you're slated to get judged, hey, the Lord's going to get your ass, Behold, the eyes of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy. See? The true servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Lord is going to deliver us. Lord willing, I'm part of that number, The Lord's going to deliver us, out of all the things that we're going to come across, Because, hey, it's going to be a great famine. All types of judgments going to be happening around us, all right? But guess what? As long as we're doing what we got to do and hope on the Lord, hey, the Lord's going to be with us, all right? It says, behold, or it's like verse 19, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. See, the Lord is going to keep us alive in famine. Miracles is going to be happening, all right? The Lord is going to be, doing all types of things for the true servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, while the world is in great anguish, all right? So Lord willing, you know, this lesson was edifying. Going to give all glory and honor praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakadash, double honor, so apostle, and that is great millstone. All right, shalom.